Okay, Alfreda. What's up, Alfreda? Okay, so what's happening, y'all? I'm figuring I'm going live. It's raining today. I'm in the crib, so I'll do this and get out of here and go to the gym. Y'all see the title? Y'all know what the title is. I figured some people at work, so it's cool. I'm not tripping, right? The title is, sign she's a man hater. Now, I'm going to just go right in. Now, first sign that she's a man hater, she's masculine. And I'm going to tell you what that is. She's needing power and control. Now, the reason why she's a man hater because she can't be powerful in a feminine way. So she's mad that the only way she can feel powerful is if she's imitating masculinity. She breathes. Dang, that's cold blooded. What's up, Rona? So she wants to be masculine, and sometimes imitation is a form of flattery, but it can also be a form of jealousy. So she doesn't feel powerful unless she emulates a man. She doesn't feel like she's in control unless she emulates a man. So thus it makes her a man hater because, now all of a sudden what's going on is she doesn't feel like she's effective in life being a woman. Oh, dang. Plastic truck next. That's hilarious. What's up, Omega? Now, people act like they don't know what the problem with that is. But it's very, very simple. Because now she's interacting with men in which she thinks is a masculine way. And guys get put off on it because men operate in a masculine way amongst each other, but there's a certain line that we don't cross. Yeah, Moti, every now and then, but there's a certain line men don't cross. See, men don't cross the line of disrespect with other men without assuming that it can go left just like that. That's the problem. So because these ladies want to be masculine, they become man haters because they want to hide behind being a woman when they go too far, when they cross the line. We always joke. Well, I always joke and laugh about that Rick James skit on Dave Chappelle. He was a habitual line stepper, but Rick James didn't have a problem with Charlie and Eddie beating the brakes off of him because he knew he was a habitual line stepper. So these ladies are man haters because when they become habitual line steppers, what happens? Well, you can't respond to me like that. What did the five fingers say to the face? You know what I'm saying? It's that type of ideology. Now, the control part. They want to control men. And you can't, and a woman cannot control a man trying to be a man. Men operate differently. You know how women can control men and use power over men if they use their own femininity. If they feminine, they ask you to do something and they sweet to you, whatever you need, baby, I got you. But to be hovering and hoarding over guys like, you gonna do what I say. Listen, here's the thing. It's not necessarily manipulation, because sometimes when a woman's trying to do something on her own and the guy sees she's having trouble, he'll help her. It's just like seeing an old lady walk across the street with groceries. You don't think the old lady trying to manipulate you. Like, let me help this old lady, man. I don't want her to mess up. It's kind of still that, but we're so far removed from that. People are tripping. Bald Eagle, what's up, man? My bad. The thing about that is this also, the control part. It's just like, man, God dog it. Thanks, dog. I appreciate you. Kid, God dang. Yeah, you caught me on this one. What winds up happening is this. And everybody, even children who are little boys drown out their mama's talking because they're not trying to hear it. And grown women try to talk to grown men like children, and the guys are like, you really think I'm listening to you right now? Like, really? What you gonna do? You gonna pull out the belt? You gonna grab me by my ear? What are you gonna do? Like, come on now, stop being stupid. Because what winds up happening over the time, we ignore people like that. But she's a man hater because she can't You know, she can't walk into the room and be Ray Lewis, and you're not Ray Lewis. You know, even other men know they're not Ray Lewis. So you just gonna come into the room. Oh, I don't want y'all to look into my dress. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Now, and I'm gonna take that somewhere also. She's a man hater because she's rude, and she thinks she can be rude to everybody. She has to be rude to get her point across. Man, Ronan, thanks. Jeez, y'all killing me. I'll let y'all though. She has to be rude to everybody. She's got to be mean, you know, and especially with guys, she has to be mean to men. As if she's, you know, you're getting back at men for all of the women that you think in your mind men were rude to back before you were living. So, you know what? I'm getting back at y'all. Yay, feminists. This is for Margaret Sanger or something like that. It's like, no, you're just being, that's it. You're a man hater. You hate men, but you want to emulate men, but you want men to deal with you being rude. And here's the thing, being rude to it has no gender to it. The fact of the matter is nobody likes somebody being a jerk to them. That's just what it is. She's a man hater because she expects that she can be a jerk everywhere she goes to, because a guy is a man. That's the same as me being a black man, and people feel like when they see me, they can disrespect me because I'm black. And then when I have to check them, then it's all of a sudden, oh, I don't understand. Well, you do understand. Being black is not a sign for you to disrespect me. And that's the same thing for you ladies. Being a man is not a sign for you ladies to disrespect men. You wonder why these men are back and forth and adversarial with women, because these guys are like, you don't get to just walk up on me and disrespect me because you don't like men in your mind. That doesn't make sense. What's up with you, fam? Turf Oka, what's popping? Phil, what's good? Uh-oh. J to the O. What's popping? This is the thing about it. What winds up happening is when you're going, if you could dish it, you could take it. But at the same time, guys want to be around women who are feminine, who are soft, who are cool, who just people. Guys want to be around people who are pleasant to be around in the first place. You know, that's what it is. Like, we even hang around our homeboys because we're fun to be around. We don't go around our homeboys that are trifling and get on our nerves. We don't. Yeah, such and such a jerk, man. I can't rock with him. Exactly, MOT. I'm gonna get into it in a few. Trust, and believe. You know, there is no respect for men in general. Later on, through the cultural usury and abuse of men in specific right now. I'm gonna get to it. Here's the thing. This being abrasive lets me know she's a man hater and rude, because it's not just in talk and action. A lot of times these women want to turn do things to purposely turn men off. Like, I've had the girls who want to just belch for no reason and who want to just dig in a butt and just you're not attracted to me no more. No, I'm not. I just didn't want you to be attracted because you're a man. Okay. No problem. You're a man hater. No problem. Could you do me a favor? I'm not doing you no favors. No favors. Because you're disgusting. See, we don't like hanging around our own homeboys who are disgusting. You think if your homeboy's digging in this crack and you're like, no, you're a grown man. Have some manners. So when a grown woman is offensive like that and off-putting like that, because she just wants, this is my defense mechanism for men to stay away from me. No problem. I'm not going to be around you. But I need you to, no. You don't need me to do nothing. You don't need me to do nothing, because I'm not dealing with it. You know, exactly. You know, not maintaining your hygiene. Like, I know too many chicks like that. What's up, Tony? What winds up happening, and I'm gonna spill into this just a little bit. Rebels. See, I know you're a man hater because you're rebellious. All these accept me as I am ideologies. I can act a fool. You got to accept it. No. No. I don't. Because a lot of the times, this rebelliousness, this rudeness, and this masculinity comes off, like I said, as a defense mechanism. But also, what it basically says is, you have such an issue with men that you dictate everything you do to repel men from talking to you. And this is why, to a degree, I made a video about this years and years ago, why a lot of women don't get approached, because they're unapproachable, because they're man haters. Basically, they've always been putting off. They don't want men to talk to them. They don't want men in their space. They don't want men around them. They don't want men nowhere near them. Just men breathing air is a problem. Men in your vicinity is oppressive. So they give off this whole energy, leave me alone. And then guys say, I see that, I understand that, I'm gonna leave you alone. But now, what's happening, James? Nothing much, fam. Not Emma. So what winds up happening is, you got this issue where you can tell she's a man hater. She's a man hater. Cool. Since you want to be a rebel, be a rebel. Like, I talked to my homegirl about this recently. That bull ring. One of even a good friend of mine, she's like, I don't get it. That bull ring is man hater 101. How is that? Well, it's very simple. That's a bull ring in your nose. And for one, ain't nothing feminine about a bull ring. And it's a bull ring. Rings are for bulls. Do people know? Do these women even know why they have the rings in the nose of bulls? Probably not. What's up, Omega? Chris? Yeah, I'm about to go to the gym after I'm done with this one. So it's about to rain, so I'm doing my thing. Exactly. It's confrontational and it's BS. But let me explain to you, ladies, if you ever see this, why a bull ring is ridiculous. You put a ring in the nose of a bull who's so ornery you can't control him, and you pierce his nose and you put the ring in so you can grab the ring and bleed him by his nose to make him do what you want him to do. You can't physically control him by just forcing him to do it because he's a bull. What's up, I am Alpha? So what you do is you yank his ass by the nose. He gonna come because it's attached to his face, and that hurts. So when you're going out in society and you're a rebel, that's basically what you're telling guys. And guys who have never been on a farm understand the premise of a bull ring. That's when you go beyond trying to break a Mustang, or break a horse. It's like, get over here. I'm sick of arguing with you. I'm sick of fighting with you. Pet way. Yeah, man, it's holding me back too, man. You know how the white man be holding us back, man. Exactly, Omega, disagreeable. Oh, I'm gonna get on the tattoos in a second too, fam. Don't worry about that 225, because people don't realize tattoos have a place in society where when they say a nation is full of people that's tattooed, it's a sign that the nation is rebelling. And I can tell she's a man hater because of all of her tattoos and all of their placements, and a lot of the whole female ideology or rhetoric is always in adversary to men. I'm masculine because I don't want men talking to me. I'm rude because I want to show these men something. I'm a rebel because I don't want to be controlled by no man. You're not even, so basically you're not in control of yourself, but you want to blame being not in control of yourself on men. So this is why I can tell you a man hater, because men are the reason why you out of your mind in your mind. It's not your actions. And I'm gonna get to that later on, but let me stick to this. Henry, what's popping? Harambe, what's going on, man? I've been running this rebellious chicks for some years, bro. I get it. I saw a movie last night, and it just I'm gonna talk about this. Now the same thing as far as the tattoos. You got a tramp stamp to show that you a tramp, but you're not a tramp. That's what you're saying? You know, you got a sleeve to feel powerful, but it makes no sense. For what? Yeah, what's up, Gene? Jeremy, what's going on? And here's the thing. So now you're getting these tattoos. And I like fit chicks. Like I like girls that go to the gym. And sometimes people get an issue because fit chicks get a little too swole. I don't look at it like that. I kind of look at it like because I think long term. Like if a girl is a fit chick and she's like in her 30s, she's gonna age well. That's how I look. Like people used to look at Angela Bassett when she played Tina Turner. It's like, oh, she too swole. Back in the day, they looked at Jada Pinkett like, oh, she too swole. But if you look at Jada Pinkett now and Angela Bassett now, as far as their body type, they look great. And Jada Pinkett's mama looked great physically. You get what I'm saying? So when I look at body types, I look at that. But I will say this: a lot of these fit chicks want to act like they're masculine. You know, there are a lot of fit chicks who want to walk around. I'm just like a man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just out of your mind. That's all. You just out of your mind. You know, because deep down you're a man hater. I'm doing these deadlifts because I hate men. I don't want a man to ever do anything for me. It's like, come on, yo. Come on. Shut up. Do you realize that I could bench press you with one hand? It's not like you really ain't about that like that. Now, part of the rebelliousness is also, you know, ridiculous because what winds up happening, I've seen a lot of masculine women, a lot of rude women, and a lot of rebellious women go down that road for so many years. Torian, what's popping, man? Oh, what's good? You know, I've seen them go around their road for so many years that they realize that they went too far. And because they went too far, what wound up happening was they want to turn around. And it's like, oh, I don't know. They don't know the first thing. And hey, watch it, Naeem. Watch it. So what winds up happening is they go too far and they hit a certain age. And because they're masculine, they don't know how to be feminine because they was masculine to be a man hater. Because they was rude because they was a man hater, they don't know how to be nice. Because they was rebellious, now they don't know how to rein that rebelliousness in. And now they're stuck dealing with the ramifications of all of their dumb ideologies and decisions and how they put themselves out into the world. Now, it's the same thing because, you know, what winds up happening, I said, what's up, Owen? That's why Ronan said, stop trolling. Like, I say, what's up when you first started? You know, Pisces was popping. I said your name already, but I'm going to block your ass in a minute if you keep playing with me. The thing about it is, I'm going to get to the accountability in a few too, bro. The thing about it is, what winds up happening, now she's a man hater to the point where but she loves men now because she gets no attention. Because see, that's another part of it about being a man hater. You know, a lot of this shit is, you can tell she's a man hater, but then she wants men in her life. You know, being a rebel means to a degree she has a daddy issue or she has a man issue. What's up, Keenan, man? What's good? So she has a daddy issue. She want to be checked. You know, you got to always discipline her. You got to always put her in her place. You remember when chicks used to be like, you know, you can't handle me. That's a girl who's a man hater. She wants to be handled. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be handled. She wants you to grab her by her bull ring. What's up, Q Savage? She wants to be disciplined. And I'm going to tell y'all something, and it's going to sound messed up. But, you know, some of these ladies are saying that she's a man hater. She's always like on the defensive about men. You know, I ain't even going to worry about it. She's always defensive about men. And what's going to wind up happening is there comes a point where she doesn't even realize that she got exactly what she asked for. Men don't pay her attention. And as a woman, that's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And so what winds up happening is you wind up in a situation where nobody has to deal with it, because now she wants to be with it rough, and that's exactly, fam. She likes it rough. And when you see these ladies talk about all these abusive men, don't you find it weird that a lot of these ladies date the very kind of abusive men and oppressive men that they say that they're running from, and they're railing against? Like, these girls find gangsters attractive. They're oppressive and abusive. These girls find quote unquote men of other races attractive. They find them abusive, right? So what winds up happening is I want a man in power, but she wants a man in power that could rain down his power on her to put her in her place all the time. So at the same time, what happens? She's a man hater, but she wants men to be on her. Like, I know chicks who say how bad black men are, but they'll go outside of the country, in countries where they slap the shit out of women. I'm sorry, I'm cussing. I hope none of y'all work. Where they hit women with rocks, they beat women publicly, they cane women, but they go there and they know how to act. Yes, sir. I will never act up in public. No, I won't. I'm a woman. I'm a lady. Oh, these are real men out here. Well, no, if you got to go to another country and be in an environment where men will beat you on sight if you out of line, that's because you a man hater. You need to be in an environment where you might actually need to get beat to actually act like you got some sense. That's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Free Bill Cosby, what's popping? Oh, bro, man, what's popping? So this is part of the issue, because you're rebellious. That's why guys can see it a mile away. Tired of man haters. Sexually, we know what a man hate. Choke me, slap me, spit on me, call me these names. Why? Because she wants to be, it's not just that she wants to be dominated, she wants to be humiliated. You know what I mean? She wants to be humiliated. And that's what's messed up. Thanks, Joshua. A lot of times people don't even want to delve into that realm, because sometimes it's not just about I think C Boogie likes talking about the dom game. I ain't talking about the dom game. I'm talking about a little further than that. Like, some of these ladies just want to be treated bad, because to a degree she's a man hater, but she wants to be with a man that can solidify her hate for men, because you got it, Joshua. She needs the type of man to solidify her hate for men, so she goes seeking that guy. Just like the brother talking about dating homosexuals. You date a homosexual on one end because you feel like you're more powerful than them, and you hate men, and you feel like men are beneath you, so you date a man that's beneath you. But on the other end, you date a homosexual so you can always say these men is sorry. You always got to take care of a man. You see what I went through. Luis, man, I'm working at it. I said I was gonna start. It took a while for me to start doing these lives. Exactly, Omega. It fits her blueprint of men. She's a man hater because she wants men to be a certain thing. Thanks, Ronnie. She wants men to be a certain thing, and because she wants men to be a certain thing, he's got to fit that description. She's dating who fits the description. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I can't. I really can't. I'm always humble. 757 prime time. What's up? Now, another issue about knowing, signs that she's a man hater, she wants to dictate what manhood is. And I find that very interesting. A real man, first of all, if a lot of times when you're raised in a society and in these homes where it's matriarchal and it's female dominated, you have no idea what a real man is. You have no idea how a real man thinks, how a real man operates, how a real man deals with problems, situations, how a real man looks at a long-term solution and not a short-term fix. So she's a man hater because she wants men to be what she wants men to be. A real man is going to be what I want him to be, when I want him to be it, the way I want him to be, and it's going to end the way I want it. Well, you don't really like men. because you don't want men to handle it. You know, you want to say you're controlling a man, like he's on your leash, and he's handling it at your bidding, when that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Power Zone was good, but that's, you know, and I will say that I talked about that a little bit earlier. Power Zone, you can't keep checking women. I mean, and just people in general. When because we adults, you know, if you got to constantly check somebody over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to leave them alone, because you're just going to look at them as idiots. You be like, man, they stupid, man. They just stupid. Because there's no way in hell I got to keep talking to you about not acting like you got some sense. You know, our parents used to say that, you know, exactly. They do need to check themselves, but this idea of dictating manhood, you know, part of this, this rhetoric about, you know, we need men to be like this and men need to be. No, they want men to be what women want men to be. Men aren't what women want men to be, you know, and that's why she's a man, because she can't control what a man is as being a man. So now all of a sudden she wants men to be what she feels like she can control. She wants to be a man's mama. That's a sign that you're a man hater. You want to be his mama. You don't want to be his woman. You want to be his mama. And when he's not going to let you be his mama, that's a problem. OG Geeks, thanks, fam. The man hater that doesn't want to date educated men, but on the low lets Pookie and Ray Ray run trains 5 deep on her. Well, you know what? I'm going to say something about that Pookie and Ray Ray and educated lane thing. I made a video about that maybe, I think, yesterday. I will say this about you guys who consider yourselves Pookies and Ray Rays. I understand why, if y'all say y'all made a mistake doing crime or something, y'all are held to a standard. Why we got to be Pookie and Ray Ray forever? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when these guys are considered lame, they're considered lame forever. That's why. You know, lames can't never not be lames, no matter how cool they become. You was a lame as a kid, you was lame as an adult. So just use Pookie and Ray Ray as a kid, you can be Pookie and Ray Ray as an adult. That's what's going on. But back to the topic. Why she's a man hater. When she wants you to be a man, and when you're actually your own man, making your own decisions, you know, dealing with your own consequences, she can't understand that, because it was something that she probably didn't see, you know. And a lot of times she wants to dictate manhood because she was taught that a woman's role was way more important than a man's. Not in a lot, and this is one of the issues that I've noticed with a lot of women who were raised in female settings and matriarchal settings. They were raised, and guys too, you know, you're raised by your mama and your aunties, you're raised to believe that the women did everything just showed up because it was all of these powerful women. And that's not the case. You know, you become a man hater because you think men ain't never did nothing. You got people who are raised in homes that men bought. And the women never say, this is, yeah, such and such bought this house, such and such built this house, this is, you know, such and such made it for us to live in. They don't, all they say is, we did this, we are strong women and we don't depend on no man. But they don't tell you the backstory of you're living off of this man's work, his retirement, his home, this, that, and the third. So what winds up happening is, you know, a lot of y'all been taught to be man haters because your grandparents, your grandmama didn't respect your granddaddy's work because, you know, he wasn't alive to say, yo, what are y'all talking about? This is my house. What are you talking about? You know, and then the same thing with the fathers, even with the fathers and the child support thing. You know, I'm taking care of you all on my own. But then, you know, for all you kids who've actually had dads who had to pay child support, when you add up all of the money over your 18 to 20 years, and you look at it and you be like, wait a minute, he spent over $100,000 something on me, and I ain't never seen this. But he never did nothing for you because you was raised to be a man hater. So you dictate masculinity. Chaos was good, fam. Archer, what's going on? Exactly, Archie. They never look at their mama books. So now they say, you know, oh, I'm a man hater because men ain't never did nothing. But pretty much the foundation of everything that was done, Sinister, was good. You know, everything was done was based on the premise of something a man already put down. Anime was good. So one of the fifth reasons, you know, that she's a man hater is because she's a victim and a predator. You know, she's a victim and a predator. I feel you. But I feel you, Omega. Trust me, I do. You know, she's a victim and a predator. Why? Because she's always a victim to men. It's always men. A man made me so angry that I went out into the world and I did something messed up. And it's not my fault because he was a man. He did it to me. He made me act crazy. No. You're just crazy. But at the same time, you know, she's a man hater because she's a predator. Like I was watching this movie last night. It's a movie on Amazon Prime called DWB, Dating While Black, like a low budget film. I didn't even get all the way through it. I had to send it to somebody, send a message to somebody on YouTube, like, you need to watch this. This is classic. And one of the scenes was about a girl who was single. Her girlfriend is divorced. She has 2 kids. She got a nice house, but she knows ain't nobody gonna date her because she got 2 kids and she's older. And she is single with no kids, but she's making like $30,000. So she says she's gonna use guys to supplement her income because she's gonna go out to eat on guys' dimes. And the scene prior to that, she was just ordering. And the dude was like, okay. And he was like, what, you got a big appetite, don't you? And she's like, no, I'm ordering this for lunch tomorrow. And she felt like it was okay. Now she wants to be a predator and she wants to just use random guys to save on her food bill because she don't want to take care of herself. Glide Hook, what's up? So, Eda, I might have to fix that. Don't worry about that. I'll fix it. What winds up happening is now you're dealing with a woman who, when it's convenient, she's a victim. But at the same time, when it's convenient, she's a predator. You know, how you gonna do that? What's up, Devin? How you gonna do both? Jeremy Broom, what's popping? He said, thanks, fam. Do you think a man should be able to write off child support as a tax credit at the end of the year? Nah. Because I hate to say this, they wouldn't do it. I'm just saying no because they wouldn't do it. You know, like let me rail back a little bit and answer this question, and I'm gonna get right back to it. This is why they started taking the child credit away from the mothers recently, because the child support is just straight cash money for a custodial parent. So you're getting straight cash money and you're getting a kickback from the government. So a child, to a degree, can't be looked at as charity from the person that's paying because it's your child. So it's you can't look at your child as charity. It's not like given to Goodwill or Red Cross or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problematic. Hey, James, what's popping, man? So that becomes a problem. But the government has started to see that, you know, the way these predominantly mothers are doing this is you getting cash money and you getting a government kickback at the beginning of the year, and your child is still not going anywhere in life. You know, and they're not helping society. That became problematic. You know, and they can't keep and sometimes they get food stamps and assistance with lights, gas, Section 8, all that other stuff. So it becomes super problematic when you're in a situation like that where all of a sudden she's a victim, and it builds into the topic. She's a victim because she knows she can get away with it in court, but she's a predator because she's going to court. You get what I'm saying? This is why some of these ladies, will get pregnant, and the first thing they'll say is, I'm gonna put you on child support. See, she's a victim because you got me pregnant, but she a predator at the same time. I'm gonna get this money. That's not a good look. So what winds up happening is you can tell she's a man hater because I've seen those conversations, man. I've walked in the rooms where like some of y'all don't know, like when I was younger, I had an aunt who had a beauty salon. So I was one of them young kids that could go to my aunt's house and I'd be playing in the yard, blah, blah, blah. And I can go in the beauty salon, get something to drink, blah, blah, blah. And those women would talk about how they was going to do these men, you know, oh, I'm going to get them for this. I'm going to get them for that. I'm going to get them for this. You know, I've been in those situations where I've listened to girls as a fly on the wall who they didn't know who I was or what I knew. Oh yeah, if I get this guy, I'm gonna get this money from him. I'm getting that. And these were people I knew, people who had bread, who had money. The women was plotting on how they was gonna scam them out of their cash, but they didn't know I knew them. You know, I'm a blue collar guy, so you wouldn't assume that I know a rich guy. And so I will be one of the guys that play the back, like, yo, you see this girl over here? Yeah, she said, you know, she gonna sleep with you for sure, but she gonna try to talk you out to sleep with her raw. So hopefully you can get her pregnant, even if she could be pregnant by somebody else, but you the excuse at the time. So she's a victim because he got so much game, but she's a predator because she's using that he got so much game to try to set him up. You know, so you wind up having this mentality because she's a man hater. You know, and the reason why she plays both sides of the fence because she doesn't feel like she could beat men at their own game. And the problem with that is this also a sign that she's a man hater. She assumes that men are always out to get her and men are always playing games. See, guys are not really out here always playing games. Guys are not really out here like, let me see what girl I could just screw over today. You know, we're not out here like an evil genius. I'm gonna break her heart. We don't do all that. We ain't got time for that for the most part. What's up, random tuber? Dang, up the you sound like Leon Phelps. Do it in the butt. But she's a man hater because she always wants to play a game with you. And it's always difficult to play a game with a person when you don't know that they're playing games. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, I'm out here. So I know, fam. I know. You know, another sign that she's a man hater. She's bi. See, let me tell y'all something. Like sometimes some of these girls who are fluid with their sexuality, they don't like men, but they like the benefits that men provide. So when she's fluid with her sexuality, I like girls too. I like threesomes. A lot of times she's a man hater. You know, what winds up happening is when you're too much of a man for her, I'm sick of you men. You men are too oppressive and controlling. I'm gonna go be with a woman. Okay, thanks, Super Triz. And then when she's with a woman, she's my solace. But see, here's the issue, and I've seen this so many times, it's ridiculous. If a woman deals with a woman who's abusive, oppressive, cheating, lying, manipulative, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. She's not gonna hold her to the same standards of ethics and integrity that she will hold a man to, because she hates men. You know, if a man lies to her, it means a whole lot. If a woman lies to her, if a man leaves her hanging, it means a whole lot. If a woman leaves her hanging, I've seen women put up with far much worse shenanigans from another woman than they would ever put up with a man. And that's one of the red flags in the conversation. And she's a man hater. The way she says man, I'm not dealing with that from no man. when people make when a person's tone makes man a derogatory term, she's a man hater. Men always, okay, you don't like men. Understood. No problem. You don't like men. You know, exactly. It's like, what do you mean? What is your issue? And the weird part about it is a lot of brothers have been on these dates where yeah, I mean, what's up? You know, well, men have been on dates with women who they're obvious haters of men. And then they still want you to, you're not gonna pay? Because I was a jerk, but you still a man. You supposed to be able to deal with me being a jerk because I'm a woman. I'm allowed to be a jerk. No, 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 no. You know, but that's a sign that she's a man hater. She wants everything men to do to be at the behest, you know, of being allowed to hate men. And like some of these ladies who want to be in relationships now and want to be married now and want to settle down now, that's part of the issue, because when a man is involved, she does not want to do anything even to better herself if a man tells her. And what do I mean by that? I'm gonna tell y'all, and some of you, if it's a few ladies in the chat, fellas, press one if you know a chick who she's working out to get her revenge body for her ex, but she let herself go when she was with her ex because she didn't like men. You know, she got with a man like, I ain't gotta do nothing for you. I can let myself. And then the dude said, you know what? I'm tired of this, man. I'm gone. And then she's in the gym. I'm gonna get my revenge body. I'm gonna get. They gonna want me. And the reason why I say that is, you see how these ones is coming out here? That's crazy, right? And the problem with that is this. Because she's a man hater, because she wants a man to, she wants a man to have the worst behavior from a woman in general. She wants the best man she could get, but she wants the man that she's with to get the worst woman that he could get, because she's a man hater. She doesn't want a man to have a good woman, and she doesn't want to be a good woman to a man because she's a man hater. And then what winds up happening, Char, what's going on, lady? You know, she doesn't want that man to be anything. You know, how dare I do something nice for him? And some of y'all know what's going down, because Father's Day is coming, what, week and a half. I can guarantee y'all, appreciate it, Rachel. I can guarantee y'all what's gonna wind up happening. You're not gonna see any appreciation for all these men because they man haters. You know, for years, they had the man hater card of the year was for all the mothers who are the mothers and the father on Father's Day. It didn't slow down, but that's what's going down. But these are the signs that she's a man hater. Because what winds up happening is, and tell you a quick story about a girl that I once knew. Anyway, I'm at work in college, and this girl is like, I could beat up a man. I know how to beat up men. You know what I'm saying? Men don't want no problem with me. Basically, men don't want no smoke. I asked, why? Why would you say that? Because when she was a little girl, a little boy beat her up. And she told her dad. And her dad was like, who? So her dad took her out of the house to find a little boy. They found a little boy. She beat the little boy up. And she actually thought she beat the little boy up, like just on her own skill. And I asked her a question. I said, listen, your dad took you there, right? She's like, yeah. I said, did you ever look back? She's like, what do you mean? Did you ever look back at the way your dad was looking at that little boy that you was beating up when you was a little girl? It's like, nah. I said, so you never thought that your dad was looking at that little boy like, put your hand on my little girl if you want. I'm going to knock your teeth out. And then it dawned on her that that's what her dad did. Now, mind you, at the time, she had to be like 21. And this fight happened when she was probably somewhere between 8 and 11. But she went from that age all the way to a grown woman thinking, I could beat up men. I could do whatever I want. It's like, you grown. Your dad is older, and you can't just walk in society and just think you just gonna beat up on men, or you could run men because of that incident when you was a child. Your dad can't save you. So she had spent all this time thinking she could run men, not realizing that the guys are like, keep playing with me. But this is a part of being a man hater, because to a degree, she want, part of female empowerment has turned into man hate, and that's an issue. I'm empowered. Men don't have a problem with women being empowered. I talked about that already. But men have a problem with you thinking, just because you're empowered, you might not want to try to bully somebody. That's not a good idea. And that's another thing about, the sign that she's a man hater is if you notice, and y'all who've been on YouTube and y'all watch this in these conversations online, well, for man to start, if it's a mixed panel, guys are tired of women talking over them. Because on certain panels, people can have a good dialogue. But with certain women, guys are just tired of them talking over them. Because some of these women are man haters, and every time a man talks, they want to just, and then they get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder, to the point that they just try to cut everybody off and go. To the point that these guys, they used to shut up, and now they're like, I'm talking clean over this woman. I'm not stopping. I'm sick of this. And these women think these guys are being rude, which to a degree they are. But the thing is, you got a history of being a man hater to the point you don't want to hear anything a man has to say. See, when a man talks from a male perspective and you want to talk louder, over talk him, keep talking through while he's talking so he don't get his point across, I know you're a man hater. The men know you're a man hater because you don't want to hear his point of view because you're not listening. You're ready to spew off your points. I got something to kill at. Well, you didn't even hear what he had to say, because a lot of times what you're hearing, and a lot of guys that have dealt with this, and people in general, but I'm talking about, when men deal with women who are man haters right now, what winds up happening is these ladies wind up disrespecting the heck out of these guys doing this one thing. They answer the conversation before it even happens. Oh, I knew what you was going to say. And then the guy said what he was going to say. And then all of a sudden, oh, that's not what it was. No. See, you're a man hater. You're assuming that men are going to say something hateful towards women. So you just jump right on your disrespect of men and your ideology that you have in your mind that all men are this negative thing. So now you're attacking men for no reason. And then when they say what they were actually thinking, and they're saying it in the context that they were thinking, guess what happens? You get stuck. And the problem with that is you never apologize. You never see nothing wrong, because you say, oh, well, you look at it as if it's a one-off. Megan Montana was popping. You look at it as if it's a one-off. And now that it's a one-off, the next time you're rude and you think you know what he's thinking and you cut him off, you're wrong again. Then you're wrong again. Then you're wrong again, to the point where you don't realize nobody's taking you serious anymore because you're wrong most of the time. But people look at you like you're a man. The reason why you're wrong because you're a man hater. You hate men so much. You think everything that they're thinking and about to say is going to be evil and disparaging and pejorative towards women when it's not. So now what? So now you had these issues because she's a man hater. And I'm glad you said that, Ronan. One of the signs that she's a man hater is she's gonna say she has abandonment issues. You in Australia? Man, what's happening, Steve? Appreciate it. She's gonna say she have abandonment issues. And why is that tied to being a man hater? Because 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is she's going to be such a jerk that people are going to get sick of talking to her. They're going to walk away from her. Yeah, or trust issues, right? They're going to get tired of dealing with her shenanigans and they're going to walk away from her. And she's going to assume that it's because men are weak, men don't want to put up with your drama. But the truth be told is you like being dysfunctional and broken, especially with men and especially with certain type of men. You know what I'm saying? When you're not attracted to certain men, they act worse. When they're attracted to certain men, they act like they got sense. When they feel like they're gonna get money out of a man, they know how to act. When they feel like there's no money to get out of a man, all of a sudden they act like they got no sense. And guys peep this. And when these guys peep this, you know, dang, that's my, well, you know what? Women are women, fam. Women are women. You know, but guys peep this. And when guys peep it out, they're like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I'm going to leave you alone. And then it's like, you know, see, you prove me right. No, the guy didn't prove you right. It's just you are such a jerk that it's really no way to talk to you. It's really no way to be around you, you know? And that's part of the issue. The girl said, I'm abandoned. Men abandoned me. My father abandoned me. And I'm going to get into that part about the family. Sometimes these girls are man haters because of their daddy issues, because they actually believe their mama. I never understood that. You know, I never understood that. You believed your mama. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. A lot of single mothers don't tell the truth. They lie. Luan, thank you, fam. A lot of single mothers lie. And how do y'all know that? Anybody who's been raised by a single mother, you've seen your mama lie to your family. You've seen your mama lie to bill collectors. You've seen your mama lie to boyfriends, or if she has a husband, your stepdad. You've seen, if you got siblings, you've seen your mama lie to your siblings about things they were going to do or about their siblings' father, but you didn't assume that they was lying to you about your situation. You know, I had a conversation with somebody recently about that same thing, where a lot of the story of I would always sit on the porch and my dad would never show up. One of the reasons why you're a man hater because you believe these men are never going to show up, but you never asked this question. It's different when you talk to your father and he said he was going to show up and he didn't, than when your mama told you she talked to your father and he said he was going to show up and he didn't. Because a lot of y'all mothers sat y'all on that porch knowing that they didn't talk to your father, or they didn't talk to your father about picking you up, or they talked to your father about picking you up, but at a different time or a different day, and they sat you out there like a duck. So you took that out into society, you know, because you see how these men is because of my daddy, but that's not true. It was your mama. You a man hater because your mama taught you how to hate men, because your mama lied to you about men, and particularly about your father. And this is part of the situation where you see a lot of these young adults in their 20s and sometimes even 30s and sometimes even 40s finally having a conversation with their father and getting the other side of the story, and a light bulb going off like, wait, I've been acting this way. Now, the reason I said that, on Amazon Prime, there's a movie called Come Back Dad. Charles S. Dutton is starring in it. People know Charles S. Dutton, that's Rock. There's a part of the movie where the girl says she just wants peace, and her boyfriend, her fiance, tells her, no, you make war everywhere you go, because she feels like her father left her. Since my father left me, I'm gonna protect myself, and I'm gonna be a jerk to all of these guys, and because I'm gonna protect myself from them leaving by being a jerk to them. And you gotta love me in spite of me being a jerk. But what she did, what was not said, was her mother's the reason why she hated her father, because her mother was standing in the gap playing games. And that's one of the major signs that she's a man hater. And you can see that she's a man hater, even if for the guys who are old enough, when you date a single mom, you know she's a man hater by the way she treats her kids and by the way her children's relationship with their father is. You could tell. You could immediately tell. If she take care of herself, but she don't take care of her kids, that's because she a man hater. You know, if she take care, if she says it's so hard being a single mother, but when it's time for that baby to go with her father or his father, she gets in the way and it's always some drama. So she's stuck with the baby, but she want to live her life. She's a man hater, but she's creating her own environment to hate men more. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. American Beast was popping. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta call a spade a spade. And that becomes a problem. Cleon, what's going on? Yeah. I mean, it is toxic, but we live in a toxic world. That's the problem. On top of that, and you know, sometimes we forget this little nuance. She's a man hater if she likes being mature, because she doesn't have to be rude, abrasive, blah blah blah. But if she's always immature, she's a man hater because she wants a man to daddy her. You know, and it makes for she wants a man to come along and daddy her like she feels like her daddy didn't. And this is for the people who realize that their dad wasn't actually a bad guy and they turn on their mama. Because sometimes what winds up happening is these women turn on their moms because they realize their mama ain't no good. But then they revert to somewhat of an immature state with men. And they want, and the reason why I call it man hater is because what winds up happening is she wants you to prove that men are okay because her dad got robbed of the opportunity to prove that men were okay. So now you have to be a sacrificial lamb to make her fall in love with men again as a grown woman. You know, appreciate it, Turf. You know, Fat Larry was popping. And what winds up happening is you can never actually have a good relationship with the woman because you're grooming her. You're having to love her little girl inside while simultaneously trying to have a woman. And that's too much work sometimes. And because she's immature, if you have issues, she won't be able to help you with your issues because she needs you to daddy her and to help fix her, and you want her to be a woman, and she can't help you in any kind of way with your issues as a man. So now she basically puts you on a cross in hopes that you could change her life, and that is with no gap. And you could do all that, and then she could reach a state where she's actually great, and she could either be grateful and she should be down for you, or she could feel like she's outgrown you because now she's a grown woman now because you fixed her little girl inside, and now she knows what she wants, and that ain't you. And then you really gonna go left on somebody. You know, that's what winds up happening. Appreciate it, Skill Red Pill. Son of Yahweh was popping. So what winds up happening is at the end of the day, she's a man hater because we tell people go to therapy, go get some help for that. Because if you don't, it'll never be a fix. Mind you, and it's almost an hour, so I'm gonna get out of here, in maybe about 45 seconds. One of the issues with that is this. What winds up happening, and this is why I watched She's Gotta Have It on Netflix. Nola Darling has so many issues with men and women, but it's all stemmed for her hatred of men. She wants to objectify men. She wants to embarrass men. She wants to use men. She wants to make men feel like, oh, she definitely a strag power. She definitely a strag. But it's based on this fact that men did all of these things to her, right? But even when she dates women, the women tell her, you act like a little kid. You need to grow up. You need to act like a grown woman. You need to stop playing all these games. You know, and what winds up happening is you wind up getting left alone with yourself because you're a man hater. And then you get, and I say this, and I mean this. I mean everything else I say, but I mean this. A lot of times she winds up being a super man hater at the end of the day because all of her actions to push men away, and now she's left with herself. And that's the crux of the issue. She don't like herself. And she was able to take out her hatred of herself out on other men. And now she has no one else to take it out on but herself. And now what winds up happening is she becomes a miserable person. And this is this restart to, I need to kick myself in the butt. Now I need to get in shape. Now I need to get feminine. Now I need to act like I got some sense. Now I need to love myself. And this is what guys get sick of, is meeting women who hate men because they don't love themselves, but they just don't want to admit that they don't love themselves. Men ain't got nothing to do with it. You don't like yourself, and you don't want to take out your self-hate on yourself. It's partially, I forget that movie. Jamie Foxx was starring in it. It was like a dating movie. And part of the thing was you can never bite yourself to the point that you bleed because that's your defense mechanism. You'll never really harm yourself. And addressing yourself is harming yourself. You know, that's why when guys talk to these ladies, talking to them is abusive. It hurts. Words hurt. Because if the words hurt so much that it feels like it's harming them. As men, we like, that sounds so stupid. Sticks and stones, will break you. You know, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you. But with these women, words, they act like words, tore their ACL. He called me a jerk. Oh, I'm out for 6 weeks. I can't play. Like, no. It wasn't Booty Call. It was a different movie. He had the little dreads. But I think he had the dreads in Booty Call too. It's a different movie. I think it was Gabrielle Union was in it because he was making a dog drink alcohol. He was a writer. But that was part of the issue where she don't like herself, so she hates you more than that. Now, it's not to play that game because that's Maurice Chestnut. I forget the name of the movie, but because at the end he was running and he was trying to bite himself while they were chasing a train while she was riding off to show her that it was like he really could care about her like that. Mark, breaking all the rules. Thank you, fam. Breaking all the rules. This becomes the problem, and at the end of the day, people don't want to adjust to the fact that you don't really want to address the fact that you don't like you. And guys know this because guys deal with women all too well. If you like me, why don't you teach me how to cook? Why don't you teach me how to clean? Why don't you you help me lose weight? Why don't you teach me how to act in public? Why don't you teach me how to dress like a lady? Why don't you? But the same women say they don't want struggle love. Why don't you teach me how to wear my hair? Why don't you teach me, what's appropriate and what's inappropriate? Come on, man. You tripping now. And that's the thing. It makes no sense. I am Alpha. What's popping? I forgot to say what's up. So I'm gonna leave it at that. NYJ, what's popping? I hope that's Jet stand for Jets. Jety. What? No, JETS. But it becomes problematic for guys. It becomes very, very problematic because she's a man hater, and you can't change her for being a man hater. That's an inside job. Nothing a man can do can change a woman being a man hater. She got to stop hating men on her own. And that's just the reality. Donnell, thanks, fam. I'm about to be out of here. So I appreciate the love, man. So I'm done with this one. Y'all take care, man. Have a great day. As Russell Simmons would say, God bless. Good night. We out.